What if divorce in your 50s is actually the most radical act of self-trust you've ever made? What if it's not the end of your story, but the start of a new, more honest chapter? Could you begin to see it in a different light? Not as a failure, but as a realignment? Because you're not unraveling, you're recalibrating, and that changes everything. Today, we're diving into late in life divorce, but not the surface level stuff you've seen in articles about reinventing yourself or starting over. We're going deeper into the emotional layers, the unexpected grief, the identity shifts, and yes, the wild, surprising freedom that no one warned you about. This isn't just a life event, it's a transformation story, and it's yours. So if you're ready for a little light in the darkness, let's get started. First, let's talk about why divorce feels different in midlife. Divorcing in your 50s isn't the same as when you're 30. You're not just grieving the relationship, you're grieving the version of yourself that was tied to it. Maybe you were the caregiver, peacemaker, the one who kept the house and calendar and emotions in order. Now, you're staring at an empty space, physically and emotionally, and asking, who am I if I'm not her anymore? Here's a therapeutic tip. Name your old roles. Write them down. Then ask yourself, which ones do I want to bring into the next chapter? And which ones do I want to retire? Let's talk about the trauma of ambiguous loss. There's a term in therapy called ambiguous loss. It's grief without closure. Even if you initiated the divorce, you might still feel the echo of a dream you once had. The retirement trips, the holidays with grandkids, the shared history. No one died, but something died. Try this unusual reframe. Don't rush to move on. Let yourself mourn the version of your future that won't happen now. That grief is valid, even if you're relieved it's over. Let's discuss why you might feel more alone than expected. Here's the part people don't talk about. In your 50s, friend groups often shrink. And let's be honest, divorced women still make some people uncomfortable. You might feel invisible at social events, or worse, like a threat. It's unfortunate that newly single women are perceived this way, but society still has a lot of growing to do. Another therapeutic tip, don't just reconnect, curate. Seek out people who honor reinvention. Meetup groups, solo travel clubs, and even midlife communities online can be life-changing. You're not too old for new friendships. You're just too wise for fake ones. Let's talk about the rage that comes out of nowhere. Midlife divorce can unleash a kind of stored up rage that surprises you. It's not just about your ex. It's about all the years you swallowed your needs and all the times you made yourself small. And now, you might feel resentful of all the years you put in just to come to this point. Here's a somatic therapy tip. Try a rage walk. Go outside, walk fast, and name out loud what you're angry about. It's not weird, it's regulation. Give that anger somewhere to go other than inward. Here's the thing. You don't need a 5-year plan. You need a 5-week curiosity window. Everyone says you've got to find yourself. But the truth is, you don't need to figure out your whole life right now. There's plenty of time for that. Instead, create a 5-week curiosity window. Try something new each week. A different kind of workout, a new recipe, a local event, a book in a genre you never read, a style of music you've never listened to. You're not rebuilding, you're rediscovering. You get to explore the version of you that was waiting behind the role you outgrew. Take advantage of it. If this resonated with you, just know you are not starting over from scratch. You are starting from experience. Midlife divorce is not your undoing, it's your unfolding. And if you're brave enough to choose yourself now, I promise what comes next can be beautiful. If you found this information helpful, leave a comment and tell me one thing you're rediscovering about yourself. And if you want more support, grab my free Hormone Harmony Guide in the description. It's not just for hormones. It's a self-care blueprint for midlife women doing the hard healing work. You're not alone. Not here. Not ever. During this time, you deserve healing, self-care, and support. Sometimes those necessities come from really evaluating where you are mentally and emotionally. If you'd like more information on how to improve your mental health, or are just looking for help for a friend who's struggling, check out this next video.